Welcome, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We got a bunch of people in the chat already. How's everybody doing? How has the Pluto-Venus conjunction been treating you? That was on Monday. Let's see how you guys are all doing. Jackie says, greetings, lovelies. Tam, good morning. Hello, Lori and Melinda. Good morning, Irina. Greetings, Christine. Good morning, Nicole and Carrie and Liz. Good morning, Sweat, Mary Alice. Hi, Patty. Hi, Jennifer. Good morning, Michelle. Darla says hi. She's going to hang out with us today. I know she's a crowd favorite. If this is your first time with me, my name is Jacqui Mancuso, and this is my 9-year-old cattle dog, Darla. Three-legged cattle dog. She's a hoot. I'm joining you guys from Northern Illinois, and today we're going to talk about some aspects in the sky. Something's going on with Uranus. And then we're going to pull some oracle cards to see how we can best utilize that energy. Greetings, April. Good morning, Amy. Hello, Lori. Welcome. Well, I'm just going to jump right into the astrology today. Good morning, Greg. We have a couple things happening in the sky today and tomorrow, setting us up for the Aquarius new moon happening on Friday. Good morning, Anik. So later today, Venus and Uranus will form a trine, and then tomorrow, the Sun and Uranus will form a square. And I'm going to talk about this later, but I'm just going to mention it right now that Uranus, so both of these aspects are with Uranus. Uranus is going to be ruling the new moon that happens on Friday. So just keep that in the back of your mind that all of this is like a setup for asking for your new moon intention, which we'll talk about much more in depth on Friday about the actual new moon. Today we're talking about the preparations. I just love when she moves around because she's so like chill that when she does get up to move, it's always like, oh, what's she gonna do? Hello, coming month, the whole month of February, Uranus would probably throw difficult. If I'm going to build this mansion, it has to be difficult because that's what I was taught. But Uranus and Taurus is like, no, it can be simple. It can be pushing you out of your comfort zone. So here it is. Now, tomorrow, the Sun forms a square with Uranus, which can bring some tension into this situation. So the Sun will be at 19 of Aquarius, squaring Uranus at 19 of Taurus. Squares occur when planets are 90 degrees apart, and this right angle causes a kink in the energy flow, which causes tension and possible roadblocks. Squares occur when planets are in two signs of the same modality or quality, and in this case, it's fixed. Sun in Aquarius, fixed air. Sun in Uranus and Taurus, fixed earth. The Sun represents how we shine, how we're bringing our light into the world. And the Sun in Aquarius shines through authenticity. Here comes that buzzword that I've been talking about for the last month or so. The Sun in Aquarius also shines through innovation, through rebellion. The Sun in Aquarius shines through being part of a community, a group, or an organization. Now tomorrow, Uranus places tension on this, and the phrase pressure to perform came through. Uranus in Taurus, using radical resources, or using resources in a radical way. So this can feel like making a really uncomfortable choice, which puts your authenticity first, which can be scary, especially when it goes against the grain of a group that you're a part of, or it goes against the grain of the society that you belong to. This square from Uranus is amplifying, highlighting, and strongly suggesting that it's time to do what you know is right in your heart, in your soul. So Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius. So Uranus in Taurus, Uranus is the modern ruler of that sun in Aquarius. So this is an interesting aspect in itself. This to me feels like the higher self, Uranus, applying pressure to the ego self, the sun in Aquarius. Radical view, especially within the spiritual community. And even as I was typing these notes this morning to tell you guys about it, my heart started pumping because I'm nervous to be fully authentic. So I talked about it on Monday and I put out the teaser, and quite a few of you reached out to me, like super curious about what I was going to say. And I'm not trying to make this a big deal. It will honestly probably be well received by 90% of my audience because it's an authentic message of love. But I don't believe that it fully aligns with the general agenda of the spiritual community. And that's where right now I'm feeling pressured to show my authenticity. So I will record this and put it up on my YouTube channel. I can't promise when. I have quite a bit going on right now in my personal and my professional lives. But with that note, know that I'm also drafting up an email for you guys outlining my coaching packages that are opening on March 18th. I'm accepting 5 coaching clients to work with me for 3 months, March, April, and May. So stay tuned for updates. I'm doing my best here. I know that I'm meant to inform. I'm meant to just tell you guys what I have going on, and it's super difficult when I have like 1,000 things going on. But let's utilize, and if you want to hop on my email list, my link tree is in my Insight Timer bio, and you can find all my links there. There's one right at the top that says sign up for my emails. So we're going to use the cards to see how Uranus would like to guide us through these aspects. How does Uranus want us to utilize him? Right? Good morning, Christine. Good morning, Nicole. Energy is good today. Cool. I feel it too. We're coming out of that Pluto-Venus conjunction, prepping for, was it? No, it was the Sun. I said Venus twice. It was the Sun-Pluto conjunction, right? I'm losing my mind, guys. Something came conjunct with Pluto. The Sun doesn't sound right. It was 0 degrees. Mercury. Thank you, Jackie. Mercury was conjunct with Pluto. And then next week, it'll be Venus and Mars. So if you're already feeling that dissipating from Monday, if you're recovering this quickly, it'll be a similar theme next week. So we're going to ask 2 decks, 2 different questions. We're going to ask what kinds of resources is Uranus presenting at this time first. And to do that, we're going to use the Sacred Medicine Oracle. I love using these native oracles when we're working with earth signs. And we have Uranus in Taurus. I'm asking this in relation to that Venus trine Uranus aspect, because we're meant right now to utilize some out-of-the-box resources that we never would have thought of. April, I have that deck and love it. Every time I use it, it gives me like a little bit more joy, I guess. So I always do group readings. Feel free to send your energy into these cards. We're asking what kinds of resources is Uranus presenting at this time? There's a lot available to us, and we can be overlooking some of it because we're looking for one thing, and I feel like Uranus is giving us way out-of-the-box resources to help us with whatever long-term goal you might have for yourself right now. So I'm gonna shuffle this deck now. I'm way out of it, guys. I'm sorry, I'm doing my best. I'm gonna let 3 cards fall out of this deck for us. I guess that's the best part about this type of work, is that it's not very mental, it's very channeled. So even when I'm tired, as long as I just let the stuff flow through, I know it's coming out as it's supposed to. So I'm gonna let 3 cards fall out of the deck for us, and then I'm gonna show you the backs of the cards. So you're gonna see the same image 3 times, but I would like you to tune into your intuition and just see if any card speaks to you in any different way than the others. Keep in the back of your mind that the whole reading is for all of us. Uranus is giving us all of these resources to work with right now. But if a certain card calls to you differently, then it could just be like that is the main resource right now that Uranus really wants you to focus on. So, how can you know if something is different? If anything changes in your reality when I hold up the back of a card, you know, it could be your body feels different, you get a hot flash, you get an itch, you sneeze, your eye twitches, anything, you fart, your stomach growls. It could be something in your physical surroundings, you know. I usually keep my eyes on Darla when I'm doing this because she'll tell me what I need. The other day we had a crow come zoom right up to my window, and then a lot of people in the chat were talking about how they were working with crow, and someone was asking for crow messages, which I thought was really cool. I think Uranus wants us to utilize the resource of patience right now. Just waiting for one more card to come out. But if nothing changes in your reality, don't think that your intuition is broken. That could just mean that the entire reading holds equal importance for you. And Uranus wants to overwhelm you with resources today. Just kidding. Thank you guys for the affirmation that I'm doing great. Doing my best to focus. Yeah, there's just a lot going on right now. Everything's wonderful. Just a lot to keep in this little head. My husband has a big head. I have a little head. So what kinds of resources is Uranus presenting to us at this time? I'll show you the backs of the cards. Let us know in the chat which cards are resonating with you. Here's the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let us know in the chat which cards are resonating, and I'll show them one more time just in case. The back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let's see who's working with what. Jackie says, actually 1 for me. Anne 2, Deborah 3, Liz 2, Lisa 1, Sharon 1, Angie 3, Christine 3, Ginger 3, Shauna 2, Nicole 1 and 2. Excuse me, let something go for someone. Lori 2, April 3, Patty card 1. I swear the fingers moved when you held up the card. That's so cool. Annie 2 and 3, Greg all with soft smile on 2. Got it. Mimi 3, just saw a series of 3s around. So cool. Nicole 1 and 2, Mary Alice 2 and 3, Michelle 1, Amber 1 and 3, Sweat 1, Diane 1 and 2, Kim 1, Nancy 1, Cat burp on 2, Maxine 1, Irina 1 and 2, Lucy 1, Tracy 1 and 3, Melinda 2 and 3, Yvonne 2, but I feel 3 a bit. Cool. Janelle all 3, but 3's the strongest. Nina 3 and 1. Cool. Cool. Christine 2, I yawned, but all 3. Anik, all I think, but 2 may be uncomfortable or challenging to hear. Huh. Let's see what comes out. My gosh. I went right. Oh my god. Where am I? And 2. Okay. All right, card number 1. What kinds of resources is Uranus presenting to us at this time? Card number 1. We got this card the last time I used this deck. This is card number 43, Earth Mother, and the message is surrender. You are offered a blessing of pure, unconditional love, flowing through all layers of your trauma and pain. I'm just going to say it right now. We asked, what is Uranus presenting? And this card starts off with, this is what you're being offered. I just think that's so cool. You're being offered a blessing of pure, unconditional love, flowing through all the layers of your trauma and pain. The Earth Mother steps forward and asks you to increase your capacity to receive, for this has been a long time coming. Your heartbeat slows down as you welcome this expansive energy into your field. You have been on high alert for so long, it feels normal. Deepen into surrender to fall into Mother Earth's graceful, outspread arms. She gently lays you down upon the earth, and you are fully supported. The tears that you have suppressed are invited to fall like rain upon her soil. It's finally safe to trust in your surrender and align with the steadiness she provides. You are home. There is new wisdom awakening within, but you can only hear it in the quiet moments of rest. Your spirit is attuning to the next step in your path, but it will not happen until you gather your vital energy back. Take care of your sacred self. With the help of Earth Mother and the universe, will step up to meet you. All right, Uranus and Taurus just wants you to surrender and relax and slow down. And this is definitely a message that I need to hear, because Especially, so we're asking about this, what resources is Uranus presenting? I'm asking specifically to this trine to Venus, because Venus in Capricorn has this long-term goal. And if you're excited about your long-term goal, you can feel like you have to do everything right now, because you might forget that you have a long time to reach this long-term goal. And surrender, rest, what is it? There's a mantra that a human design lady that I follow. Rest is profitable and something. Rest is purposeful and profitable, something like that. And this is true. I can't think of any specific examples off the top of my head right now, but there have been times where when I'm in my head about how am I going to make this happen, how am I going to make this happen, I'm like clogging the flow. But then as soon as I slow down and follow my joy and just put myself in situations that I actually want to be in, people reach out and they say, hey, can you do this for me? Or, hey, I have this opportunity. Is this what you need right now? And a lot of the times it's a yes. It's a hardcore yes. This is surrender to allow the universe to provide for you. This card opened up with open up your ability to receive. I'm trying to think of an example. Okay, so here's like a really dumb, it's not dumb, it's Jacqui. So quick story, I'm doing all these shifts in my business, right? And it's one of those, like I'm gonna lose some money before I can make more money, and it's nerve-wracking. And a couple weeks ago, my husband bought a new motorcycle, so we're just hanging out at Harley, doing all the stuff, talking to the sales guy, who we've been seeing for some time, so he knows us very well. And just, you know, like blabbing around, and he goes, hey, we have an event coming up. Do you want a booth? And I was like, you want me to read astrology at Harley? He's like, yeah, why not? A bunch of people are into this stuff. You'd be surprised. So out of the blue, right? Just being in my joy, enjoying this like new fun toy that my husband's buying, I'm presented an opportunity to go meet new clients, make some money, spread my joy, and help people, right? And I didn't seek this out. I surrendered. I was just going with the flow of life. I just ended up at Harley, and then look at, now I get to work a cool event. I love it. And I'm really curious to see how that's gonna go. But what are you guys talking about for card one? Everyone loves it. Nancy needed it right now. Surrender to the flow of life. The message you said to me Monday about having to deal with heavy energy rang true later that day. Trying to deal with the pain it caused. I'm sorry, Nancy. Let's see if anything that comes out today can help you with that. I always love your interpretation. Thanks, Christine. April, yeah, Harley, yours are amazing. Oh, the human design person. I'm referencing Taylor Eaton. I'll put her name in the chat. She's actually, so when I first found her, she was like hardcore into human design, and now she's way shifting into just like general spirituality, and she's focused on business, but she still has some, thank you, Greg. Of course, my projector friend Greg. Taylor Eaton is a projector. She says rest is profitable and productive. Yeah, but she has a bunch of free resources on her website for that. Diane, dude, you get to combine motorcycles and astrology. What a dream. That's Jacqui, right? Here's my authenticity. I live both worlds. I'm not 100% woo-woo, and I'm not 100% hardcore. I'm a little bit of both. I love it. Lori, this brings tears to my eyes. Isn't that so nice to get permission to relax? I just said that and it hit me, and it was like, you're the one who's not allowing it. You are allowed to relax and rest. It's okay. This is what convinces us that we can't. So Uranus is bringing us the wild card resource of rest. What if that building block, right? Uranus is giving Venus that oblong building block. It's rest. It's not the next step. It's not reaching a goal. It's not obtaining a number. It's not obtaining a status. It's just sitting your ass down and getting ready to receive. Zen and the art of motorcycle maintenance. That's funny. Oh, Mary Alice, that's right. Been spoiled rotten for weeks now on my trip. It challenges my capacity to receive is exactly what is needed. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be and allow the truth of this time and we're going to go through I recommend going to my YouTube channel and watching the video I posted on Monday. It was about how Mercury, our mind, came to meet with Pluto, the god of the underworld. So the energy is in the sky right now to bring our mind down to that worst case scenario, to see the darkness. But as always, we always find the joy and the positivity in the situation. So not bypassing the pain, but seeing the next step of the pain. So feel free to watch that. That might help you right now. Greg, I was taught that the void is an actionless space of potential and becoming, inspiration and unfolding. Oh, like when you surrender and rest? What other kind of resource is Uranus presenting to us at this time? Card number 3 brings us card number 55, Thunderbird Vision, the message of Trailblazer. And what I'm going to say about this real quick right now, if you add 5 plus 5, you get 10. And then if you add 1 plus 0, you get 1. So if you were resonating with card 1, this also could hold a message for you. If that, take it or leave it. If that doesn't make sense, drop it. Hannah says, I was just working on watching it for a second time. I knew there was a lot to hear. Cool, cool, cool. Melissa, I joined today because I was having a panic attack and needed some calm distraction. Thank you, Jackie. You're welcome, Melissa. Welcome to the safe space. Card number 3, what kinds of resources is Uranus presenting? It is said that the Thunderbird is one of the highest spiritual beings, joining us from the west in the spring to bring thunderstorms and rain. The medicine of Thunderbird appears today to shake up the path you thought you had to take. I love this. It's time for a redirection with your heart and spirit leading the way. This is quoting what we talked about earlier today. Get out of your mind. It cannot bring you where you need to go. Thunderbird is asking you to drop down into the ancient wisdom of your body and soul knowing. You are here to create a new way, to be a trailblazer, and your ancestors are cheering you on. Evaluate the ways you have been conditioned to follow the status quo. Look at the ways that the systems at play have influenced your thinking and ways of being. Thunderbird soars before you. Bird is and was a British motorcycle? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. Does anyone know that? Greg, I love this so much. I want to swear in chat for emphasis, right? Same. Same. I swear a lot in my real life. I keep it polite because I'm on the internet. You guys get Teacher Jacqui version. I have time. Quick story, because this makes sense with the void and it might help you. peace, that comfort down there. I got real fired up with that last Thunderbird one. Yeah, maybe. And I didn't. Okay, so this is just sitting on the top of my deck. Face Your Fear. It's right there. So it's right there. And there's the crow that came up the other day on Monday, and just blowing my mind. So we're going to use the Animal Apothecary deck, and we're going to ask for a message from our highest authentic self. What do you want to tell us right now? What do you want to tell us? Kelsey and Lucy, thank you girls for your donations. Very much appreciated. Feel free to send your energy into this deck. Because we're all connected, we're all one. I believe we all share one consciousness, so this message from your highest self is the same message from my highest self. Greg. We're just asking for a message from our highest authentic self. Susan, I'm about to pull one last card for the collective, so you joined right in time. If you guys have been enjoying today's session, if you would also like to exchange some energy in the form of a donation, they're always appreciated. Just allowing me to get this excitement in me and going along with it is also an exchange of energy. If you guys haven't followed me yet on Insight Timer, please feel free to do so. You can also check out my YouTube channel where I post all of these replays. So if you ever want to rewatch, or if you join after 8:15 Central, you can check out the astrology update. I always start these sessions with what's going on in the sky, and then we spend some time with the cards. So you could just search my name on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment on the videos. I really like to hear your personal thoughts, and I don't have that many comments right now, so I reply individually to all of them if you want to just let me know what you got out of the reading and stuff. What else? I have some changes coming up in my work, so if you want to be updated, you can join my email list. I said the quote earlier, the universe never gives you busy work. I live by that motto. Like, I don't send out stuff just to like, hey, remember I exist, here's some words. I only send out meaningful communications. So, Susan and Maxine, thank you ladies very much. I appreciate it. Our highest authentic self isn't speaking yet through the cards. Maybe our highest authentic self is channeling this message in a different way. What is this message from our highest authentic self? Likewise, if you would like a text update of the cards that we always pull, our friend Bonnie here helps me out with our spiritual community. It's the group that I have on Insight Timer. It is literally called Our Spiritual Community. So you can find that link in my Insight Timer bio, or just search Our Spiritual Community in the groups on Insight Timer. Bonnie takes the screenshot of the books and she makes it into text for you guys to reread. Nope. So if you need some text, there it is. I want to see this. Niski, that's exactly what happened to me. The hero's journey is exactly where I'm at. Universe leading me to be the maverick. It's always had faith in me being and involves leaving my home, continent, and way of life. I've been safely protected, living to go live my childhood dreams on the other side of the globe. Yep. Love it. Tracy and Lori and Carol, thank you guys so much. All right. It is not a bird. I'll say that. Greg, this whole session is deeply reminding me to do my business and share my gifts the way that resonate highest for me, not for other people's ways. Yes. Greg, Christine just asked if you're single. Am I running a dating service here now too? I'm totally fine with that. Oh, that's great. All right. A message from our highest authentic self. Card number 14 brings us service from the Seeing Eye Dog. This card recently came out of this deck for us as well. Oh, this card, I'll say it afterwards. This card image focuses on a seeing eye dog, which exemplifies the concept of selfless service, as they dedicate their entire existence to being guides for others. When a seeing eye dog is assisting a blind person, their purpose becomes one. This oneness reflects what the world is in direct need of: service. Second to suffering, service is the next best vehicle to tame the ego, jumpstart your growth, blossom into yourself, and get over a painful experience. The wounded healer, an archetype conceived by Carl Jung, speaks of a person who becomes healed by being of service to others. Chiron is also called the wounded healer, and he's doing that North Node conjunction for the month. When receiving the medicine of the seeing eye dog, you understand that service will always lead to some form of success. This is not the superficial understanding of material success, which is based on popularity, looks, status, or the amount of money in your bank account. Long-lasting and eternal success create an energy that can never be destroyed. This is the energy that is created when we are of service to others, everlasting spiritual wealth. Service is a conductor of blessings, both in this life and hereafter. It acts as a magnet for profound personal blessings and eternal success. When we are truly selfless, we begin to align with the nature of our existence. We recognize that we are all connected, and essentially, the entirety of multiple universes and ourselves are one. This harmony with reality attracts hidden gifts produced by our alignment. Seeing Eye Dog's medicine shares that a blessing is approaching through your selfless acts. Dedicate yourself to some form of service to another. Your acts of service will be felt and noticed. Success will follow. Seeing Eye Dog's medicine is to help yourself by helping another. Our highest authentic self is simply asking for us to be of service. Share what you got. Put it out there. Put out your authenticity. These come together a lot. There's something that you want to change, something that's eating you up inside. And by being your authentic self, using your Thunderbird spirit, you're going to be of service to the people who aren't there yet, who don't have that courage yet to make that big change, to start that new group, to use your voice to speak out and say things that they're also thinking, but they're too afraid to say it, or they're not ready to say it. Oh, that makes me feel better. The last time this card came up was like the day, I think, that I decided to step away from doing random, like seeing clients once in a while. And I'm closing the book on that, and I'm shifting into only coaching package clients, and so that I can create courses and workshops and stuff. And this card came up, and I was overwhelmed with guilt that day. Like afterwards, I was crying about this because I felt like I wasn't doing any more service. I felt like I was stealing, because I was donation-based. When I was doing my once-in-a-while services, I was allowing people to just freely give what they wanted to give, and I really enjoyed it for a certain amount of time. And then I got burnt out because I was working so much, and it helped me realize how much of my heart I give when I'm working, Because if I wasn't giving my heart, I wouldn't be exhausted from seeing one person a day. Like, one person a day is wiping me out, because when I meet someone new, I take in everything. Tell me everything. I want to be in your life so I could put myself in your shoes so I can give you all that I'm able to give you. So this card came up and I felt so guilty. Like, man, I'm taking that away from the universe. What am I doing? And it sucked. And because I felt like I had nothing to say about this card, because in that moment I was like, well, I'm a bad person. I'm not doing this. But then reading it today, I'm realizing that, and we always talk about this, right? You have to fill your own teacup so that you're not pouring from your teacup to others. You're giving the spillover. So by making this change, I'm realizing, right, I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting burnt out. So I need to make a change. And I'm not pulling myself away from my audience 100%. I'm still going to be here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays with you guys for free, right? Giving you all this astrological knowledge and pulling all these cards and having all these insights with you guys. Like, I forget how valuable this in itself is. And I'm not pulling away to like go rest on a boat, even though I guess that wouldn't be whatever, if that fills me up, whatever. But like, I'm still going to be making astrology courses, and I'm going to be putting stuff out there, and I'm going to be reaching more people for cheaper, honestly. If it's going to be, X amount of dollars for a course versus like, yeah, I'm going to donate this amount of money to work with Jacqui for an hour. So like, there's options for everyone. And I hope whatever I just said spoke to something in you, because that was a hard thing to sit with. Was realizing like, I'm supposed to be of service, but what the hell am I doing right now? And it felt really selfish, and that's it. And I'm moving past that. Thank you, Greg. Jacqui pulled this service card a couple of weeks ago. I love it. Love it, love it. Well said, Jacqui. Thank you, Greg. Nicole, teaching creative photography. I just had a conversation with a fellow photographer about this yesterday. She was giving me the nudge and told me to have more confidence in myself. 100%. 100%. And being your authentic self, how do I want to say this, will naturally be of service. Like, service isn't supposed to be one of those things that you have to try and you have to effort towards, because that's going to lead to burnout. But there is something about you that is so different from every other person in this universe, because as an astrologer, I'm going to point to your birth chart. You have aspects and planets and placements that are in a specific constellation for you. You bring something unique to the world, and simply embracing that will serve others, because this is what we're created to do, is to serve and is to create. And when you try to do what other people are doing, like I was trying to do, I was acting like a generator. I'm a manifester, guys. I'm not here to do the generator work. When you try to do what other people are doing well, it might not be for you. So surrender, slow down, pause, rest, ask for support from Mother Earth, from the universe, from Uranus, from Venus, from whatever resonates. Slow down enough to show the universe, someone said this in the chat earlier, to show the universe that you trust in the process. That could look like sitting with uncomfortable feelings, doing nothing about it other than being with it. Because when you allow yourself to feel the uncomfortable feelings, they will bring up something within you that has to pop. It's like a pressure cooker. Like, this anxiousness, this frustration, this anger is going to get to be so much. Use it for good. Use it to help people. I'm also working on deep diving into the human design. It's been in my awareness for a few years. I've been focused on astrology, and now I'm really diving into the human design. And the more I learn about my design, the more it feels like I get to be myself, and it's okay. because there's a lot of parts of myself that I've been wanting to lean into and I've been wanting to utilize my whole life, but society tells me that I have to do it this way. You have to follow this path. This is how you do this. But inside, I'm like burning up. Like, no, I don't want to do it that way. That's not how I work. And then the more I learn about the human design, it's so complex. It's incredibly complex, but it's so interesting. The more I learn about it, the more I see myself giving myself permission to act the way that I've always wanted to act. So maybe after I do this year of astrology courses, who knows, human design might come out more. I'm definitely one of those people that it's because of my one line, guys. I do feel like I have to know everything before I start teaching it. And I know that that's false, but that I still just don't feel like I'm ready to start teaching it because I can see there's just so much more to learn. But anyway, it's time to wrap it up. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Thanks, Christine. She says you're far from selfish. That's the youngest child syndrome right there, guys. Being told you're selfish your whole life. Greg, thank you for supporting my change. April, yes, we all have our unique superpowers. Yep. If you want to know yours, look up your human design chart. Look at there's going to be 2 rows of planet glyphs with numbers. The 2 rows. Don't even worry about what it means. I want you to look up the top one and the second one. So the top one is your sun, your personality, and your unconscious. The second one is the earth, where the earth was when you were born. The numbers next to it are the gates where they were. Google gate 33, human design gate 57, and just see what it says and just know that those are the sun gates are how you naturally shine. The earth gates are what ground you. And if you look up those 4 numbers and just start like working with that, oh my goodness. Huge. That's why I started talking more about myself here, because one of my main gates is the solitude to story gate. So one of my unique superpowers is that I have my time of solitude. I sit with my shit and I learn from it. And then I have a story to tell because I took the time to sit with my shit. So, just saying. And you guys can find that kind of cool stuff for yourself. Wow, even something like that, even something as basic as that, I can turn that into like a little workshop for you guys. Okay, cool. Jeff, the more you take care of yourself, the more you have to share with others. Yes, it's so hard to get through my skull sometimes. Diane, been following you for many months, and this is the best reading ever. Spirit's moving through you, and I'm grateful to be receiving it. Aquarius. Thanks, Diane. Appreciate it. Martine just discovered the human design. You find it fascinating, especially knowing I'm a projector and I need my rest. Yes, 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 yes. Here's your permission slip for today. Surrender. Surrender. My DIL, daughter-in-law, is a projector. I found out I'm a generator, but don't know much about it. It's huge. Thank you so much, Charlotte. I appreciate your donation. Christine's the same way. Always want to know everything before I pass it on. Christine's totally into human design. Jen, sit with your shit. Yeah, didn't Freud say something about that? That's like I don't know how much I agree with Freud. But that's like a thing that children are into. It's literally sitting in their shit. Oh, Milan. I'm over time, I gotta run, but this is gonna be on YouTube. You can hop into like 1 hour in, and that's when I start talking about the human design. Lisa, I think my life purpose is to sit with my shit, check out your human design gates and see. How can you find your human design? If you just search on the internet, free human design chart, free human design, even if you didn't know to put chart in there, it's super easy to find. There's a lot of different websites that you can use. Anik, I have felt the same most of my life. I don't want to do it that way. Why should I have to? And I also feel like I need to know everything before I'm competent to share. Makes me feel like the black sheep among the world and others, but I do like a good black sheep. Yeah, sometimes you have to get so uncomfortable that you just do it your own way. You just do it your own way. Jacqui and Melissa, thank you guys so much for your donations. Hannah, this helped calm the feelings I was having and what I needed to hear today. Me too. Me too. This was great. Thank you guys for being here. We'll be back on Friday. Oh, actually, I was going to share something with you guys. That's so cute. I meant to weave this in earlier, but so we talked about Venus trine Uranus, and we talked about Sun square Uranus, and I always burn incense that goes with the theme of the day, and I talk about it, but I forget to show you guys. So today I was burning Sun. And what is this called? Native Spirits Incense. I talked about it last time and I didn't have the incense with me. And when I come on here, I'm in Zoom attire, guys. I live in sweatpants. There's no way I'm going to stand up and go get that incense while I'm live. So I brought it with today. If you guys wanted to look this up, Native Spirits Incense, not sponsored by them by any means, but I just love it. They have like 12 different native spirits, and I utilize them to utilize their medicine and everything, and it was cool. So that's what I was using today, just to let you guys know. Beautiful. Thank you guys so much. I'll be back on Friday to talk about the new moon in Aquarius. So surrender, sit with your shit, explode in the vein of service to others. And we'll see what comes out for the new moon on Friday. Sending love to all. Namaste. I hope that video was just as insightful for you as it was for all of us. Darla and I really appreciate you being here with me. Thank you for liking this video, sharing it with a friend who you think would benefit, and subscribing to my YouTube channel. Also, drop a comment and let us know what you got from this video. What was your biggest insight or takeaway? If you want to see what else I'm working on, click on my link tree. It's right underneath this YouTube video. We'll see you next time. Take care.